wonderful idea to bring children from all places with all kinds of faces together into a sailing ship. There were 40 boys and girls. They would sail their ship around the globe, so they called it the United World. The ship was just 3 weeks from shore when a hurricane bore it down. The waves were big as mountains. They felt they would surely drown. They jumped into the lifeboats, rowed away from the wreck. They didn't count them, they hadn't time. 5 children were left behind. The children fought the storm all night and finally fell asleep. They didn't realize the ship had been blown across a reef into the lost island. What? Hiding in the bushes was a watchful pair of eyes. And living in the valley were people lost in time, ruled over by a tyrant whose face was in a mask. The children must defeat him so they can escape at last from the lost islands. The lost islands.
Some hot chocolate, David.
Oh, thanks very much, Anna.
You think it will work?
I think so. You see, here's the island, and this is the reef around it. There's a gap here, maybe 40 to 50 feet wide. Now, if you look at the reef side on, the gap only has maybe 2 or 3 feet of water in it at low tide. I think if we blow a hole in the coral 8 to 10 feet deep with the gunpowder that we stole from the store cave, we should be able to have just enough room to sail the ship through.
Oh, David, you're so terribly clever.
There is something about the sunrise that always brings a feeling of hope every time, don't you think?
I hope you're right, Su Ying. I'm worried. I think David's idea of blowing a hole in the reef stinks.
It's the only way we're going to get the ship out of here. So let's give it a go. What have we got to lose?
Our lives, that's what.
Will the explosion kill the fish?
Some, I'm afraid.
Is there no way we could?
Afraid not. Look, we're coming over the reef now.
But how do we know which way to go when we get out to sea? We don't know where we are.
I know, Anna, but the climate tells us we're somewhere near the equator. I think if we head due east or due west, we should hit somewhere. We'll take a vote on it.
So we will just be guessing?
Afraid so. Maps and compasses aren't much use unless you can pinpoint your present position.
Aaron!
Aaron, how do you do?
Morning, Anna. Morning, David.
Have you come from the village by yourself? Does your mama know you are here? Oh. Aaron, always running off without telling anyone. It is very bad.
There'd be no school today.
Well, he's here now. Would you like some hot chocolate?
Aye, David. Thank you.
But you must not stay too long. Your mother will be very worried.
David, what do you do?
Well, Aaron, you'll be the first of the Quins to know. We're leaving Tamboo. We're going home.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm ready for breakfast. It's the air. It gives you an appetite.
Even without the air, I think you would still have an appetite.
Go away. No one home. They must be on the boat.
Ma, it will be all right.
I wish I thought so, Su Ying. You all think David's such a brain, you're willing to take on anything he suggests.
It's not so. It's the best chance we've had so far to escape from here and get back to our families. I think it's a good plan.
I don't know what you're all so worried about. Our families think we're dead by now anyway, so what's it matter?
David, what are you doing?
Morning, Anna. Morning, David. Have you come from the village by yourself?
Morning, Anna. Morning, David. Have you come from the village by yourself?
David,
David, what are you doing?
What happens if it's a dud? If David's explosions don't work, what then?
We tie the ship back upstream and try it again another time.
Well, why can't we have 2 explosions, just in case?
Because we haven't enough gunpowder.
Mark, don't you want to go home to see your mother and father and all your friends once more?
And back to school again. Of course I do. Just don't want to be captured by the Prime Minister and Quig and Quill and end up as crab meat.
Look, Mark, it will work. I promise you, it will work.
Just one thing you haven't told us. When do we do it?
How about tonight?
Oh. There you go, chum. Don't forget to tell Helen we'll meet her and Jeremiah at the waterfall at midday. And be careful going back. Tambu's your home. It's where your family is and all your friends. We don't belong here, Aaron. We belong out there in the big bad world outside. Don't be sad. Go on, see you later.
I appreciate you taking over your sister's chores, son. 'Tis always a sad business saying goodbye to friends, but we should try and think of them and be happy they be with their loved ones once more. I only hope they've not overlooked anything. 'Twould take but a small thing to upset their plans. I tremble when I think what would happen if the Prime Minister or the Q himself got their hands on them. Aye.
Where's Mark got to?
All right?
Aye. Seems a good plan of David's. Mr. Quisco certainly gave me a strange look just now when I asked for a whole sack of tapioca. Mother, will there be food enough?
'Tis as much as ye and Jeremiah can carry between ye. 'Tis no short step to betake yourselves heavily burdened between here and the Forbidden Swamp.
We'll manage.
You'll have to. I must stay here with your brother to avoid arousing suspicion. Every time one of you leave the valley, I be in fear.
Truly sad to see our friends leave us.
I know it. But don't be. 'Tis the best thing for all. Aaron were in here a while back, wearing a face that touched the ground. Well, something's happened to cheer him up. Wonder of wonders.
Boy, hollowing out this bamboo's been a real hassle.
I am now very optimistic, David. I think it is going to work.
Of course it is.
Here, let me help you, Anna.
Thank you, Mark.
How's it going?
Great.
Really well.
Terrific. Better not light a match near this lot, though.
We are nearly all packed.
Why is he so happy all of a sudden?
Yes. This morning you were so against the whole idea.
Anyway, it's good.
David, what are those?
Ah, they're my big surprise. They're smoke bombs.
What for?
Well, don't you want to hear how I made them?
Yes, but what are they for?
They were really easy to put together. Well, when we're out at sea, seeing we don't have any flares for the flare gun, and we need to signal a ship or a plane, just light the fuse on one of these and pow, yellow smoke, and lots of it.
That's wonderful, David.
Oh, I wish you girls wouldn't say that.
miss you, Matilda. You too, Greta. Wish we could take you both with us.
Don't forget, we gotta stop around the far side of the island. Say goodbye to Jason and Mr. Quinn.
Right. It's a bit frightening. Apart from not knowing exactly which direction we're heading in, none of us has ever shuttled a ship as big as United World before.
Yeah, but we stood watch with all the crew for those many weeks.
But can we do it on our own?
I think we can.
You're so confident. I'm an American. I'll whiz over and tell Mark we're ready to eat.
David, what is taking Tony so long?
Beats me.
Mark's gone. I can't find him anywhere.
Gone where?
Who knows? It's the second time today. Come to think of it, he's been acting pretty peculiar all afternoon.
He sure has.
Mark would do nothing to harm us.
G'day. Right on time. Where's Jeremiah?
He couldn't come. Something has happened. I thought he could be with all of ye.
Who, Helen?
Aaron. Can't find him anywhere.
Something's afoot.
Why say you so, Prime Minister?
Be in the air. It'd be there, but I just cannot take hold of it. This feeling. It escapes me.
How does it seem, this feeling?
Too quiet.
We'd soon liven things up if we get our hands on them children. Them strangers.
Right, it's I, Mr. Quick. Aye, and that we will. I swear, the answer be, they have the power to make themselves invisible. We'd have caught them by now, otherwise. After we're back.
Let's take a look around. Good idea.
Tis plain they've took off together, and there'll be some trouble brewing.
But what could it be?
Who's to say? The lad shouldn't be roaming the jungle at this late hour. If they're gone too long, you'll miss the tide and have to change your plan to another day.
Jeremiah's right. I'm sorry if all this should prove to be Aaron's doing. I know he was not happy at the thought of you leaving, but I find it hard to believe he'd try and stop ye.
Do not worry, Helen. There is still time.
Mark is very foolish.
And if we do miss the tide, then some other night will do just as well.
8:30, and the tide peaks at 10.
We're ready to go. Nothing? It's selfish. That's all. There's no other word for it. Whatever his reasons, it's downright selfish.
How much further?
Not far, Mark.
It's getting late. We've been walking for hours. Where are we?
We've been nearly there.
Is there really gold there?
I told you of it. This way.
Well, hurry up.
This is no good standing around doing nothing. I'll go get David. We can start hitching up the horses at least.
All right, Aaron. This is far enough. We've been past here before, haven't we? I recognize those rocks. There's no treasure, is there?
I there be. But I don't know the spot where it is hid. No one does.
Why, Aaron?
I want all of you to stay here, not to sail away in your ship.
Do you know what you've done? How long will it take us to get back to the swamp?
1/2 hour, maybe. I'm sorry, Mark.
Not as sorry as I'm going to be. Come on, no more tricks. I suppose all I can say is I'm sorry. I know I've probably wrecked the whole plan. Well, just don't blame Aaron. It wasn't his fault. He didn't want us to leave.
There are things must be said.
Aye, but later, lass, later.
You could have told us, Mark.
Mark? What made you do it?
Greed. That was it, wasn't it, Mark?
Is it too late?
We'll give it a go. Okay, Jeremiah.
Come on. Hey, that's the boy. Here now, come on. That's it. Oh, there's a good boy. Here we go. That's it. Come on now. Come on, boy. That's it. Now move. Boy. Come on, follow him now. Move up there. Come on. Here's the boy. Hey, good boy. That's it. Come on, Blackie. Up you come. Come on. Good boy. Harder now. Try harder. That's the good boy.
Tony! Here's the rope, Tony, so we can pull you back.
It's finished.
Quickly, we need your help.
Right, go!
Did you hear that, Mr. Quick?
Aye, my Lord Prime Minister. Seemed to come from the lagoon.
I knew it were too quiet. Wake the guards.
Aye. Oh, Mr. Quill, get on your pants.
It didn't work. I thought it was all coral, but it's not. It's solid rock.
I told you it wouldn't work. What did I say? I said it was stupid. The whole idea is stupid.
That explosion must have woken up the whole island. We're gonna have a lot of company out here in a minute.
And now we're stuck out here like sitting ducks.
Quill, Mr. Craig, hurry it along. Quimpo, to the lagoon. The rest follow. Make haste. Speed, man.
Have you got the powder? Well, I haven't had no breakfast yet.
Speed makes it speed. Why, these always so slow.
It's a bang negro. It was a boom.
Where are those smoke bombs?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
They're in Dave's cabin.
Tony, what are you going to do?
No time to explain. Get the ship sailing and yell out to Jeremiah to bring some horses.
Where are you going?
To the beach.
Jeremiah! Bring the horses!
It must be the volcano. The whole island is erupting. Away with you.
Well, we tried.
Better luck next time.
At least David's smoke bomb was successful.
Yeah, that's one thing. Not to worry. We'll try again some other time.
Yeah. And maybe we have all learned something.
You were right. It was a lousy plan. I shouldn't have run off the way I did. The thought of all that gold. I thought the smoke bombs were jolly super. They weren't bad.
So Tony, Mark, and David, Anna and Sue Yin are left there on the island. Who knows what could begin? Adventure lies before them, danger lies behind. And as they go on searching, what new troubles will they find?